Hey everyone, and good morning from California, where today I'm at SeaWorld San Diego. And in this video here, I'm going to show you off all the rides, all the shows, all the animals that can be found here at SeaWorld San Diego. I've been to this park a couple times, but not in a long time, so excited to go and check it out. So let's start off our tour of SeaWorld San Diego by talking about the rides here at SeaWorld San Diego. And what better place to start than their brand new ride. This is Emperor, the park's brand new dive coaster. And it's a really fun ride. I've been on I think every dive coaster in North America now. And this one's not nearly as tall. It's about 140, 150 feet tall. But it's really solid. I think by it has the shorter train, so something like a Shikra or a Griffin, those are going to be wider trains that seat 10 people. These only seat 6 across, but that makes it, and then between the smaller trains and then being lower to the ground, it's whippier on the back end. So yeah, this was a much better ride than I thought it would be. And it's also kind of interesting, like they're reusing stuff. Like a lot of the music you'll hear in this area is the music from Antarctica at SeaWorld in Orlando. All right, let's go see the other rides here. Easily the most thrilling ride at SeaWorld San Diego is this one here, Electric Eel. You launch out of the station forwards, then you launch back through the station going backwards, then you're going to launch a third time going forwards again, and that is going to propel you all the way around. Nice and high. You get a great view from up top of the Mission Bay area. And this ride's a lot of fun. This is a ride you'll find in plenty of other parks. It's not even the only one in California like this. Is one up at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom by San Francisco. Also, one weird thing about, I believe SeaWorld San Diego has some weird rules. Like all the rides that are over a certain height all have to be painted like blue, and they all have to be in like this corner of the park or something like that. I know there's weird rules here with like heights and stuff like that, but Electric Eel, one of the better rides in the park, really fun. I also like the Electric Eel entrance area. Like they got some really fun instrumental music playing. A cool sign with the rock work. So it's probably the prettiest ride for me here at SeaWorld San Diego is Shipwreck Rapids. Now it's a ride I never need to go on, but it's located kind of on the left side of the park, and it's interwoven with so many other things. Like it goes right up against a sea turtle exhibit. There's a restaurant in the middle. It goes past some really cool scenery, and it's a beautiful, beautiful ride. So if you want to get wet, probably a good one for you, but you know, I can't break in the camera here. Right now I'm by what has to be the weirdest ride here at SeaWorld, and that is the Tidal Twister. It's built by Skyline Attractions, a company that has not built too many rides, known as a Skywarp Horizon model. It's definitely an innovative idea. Once it gets going, it was kind of fun once it got moving like this. Definitely a little shaky, a little rough, really weird loading, but you know, I thought this was going to be horrible, and it was actually kind of fun. Wouldn't be in a rush to go on it again, but I'm happy I got the chance to ride it. A really fun attraction at SeaWorld San Diego is the Bayside Sky Ride. Now this is an extra charge. I think it's like $6, which is a little bit weird because it's not a cheap park to get into, and then to charge extra for what's pretty much a normal ride. It's a little weird. Now if you do have an annual pass, you will get in for free. And it's just a sky ride that takes you over Mission Bay, out past like I guess where they used to do like a ski stadium show, and then it just takes you back. It's a round trip, some really great views. And I like this a lot. You know, I would not come to SeaWorld San Diego and not ride the Bayside Sky Ride. Right now I'm on my favorite ride here at SeaWorld San Diego, and that is Manta. Manta is a family multi-launch roller coaster, and it's really fun. I think like if there was an award given out for like the best roller coaster in the world under 30 feet, this might just win. It is a really fun ride. One bummer for me on this ride though is last time I rode, like before you launch for the first time, there's this really cool like projection dome show. Today, like you stopped and went back and forth in the dome room, but there was no projection show at all. So I'm guessing that's busted for now. But a fun ride, good airtime, just a lot of fun. It's a winner for kids, dads, grandpa. It is a winner of roller coasters. Unfortunately closed for annual maintenance during my visit is Journey to Atlantis, which is SeaWorld San Diego's combination of a log flume and a roller coaster. I have been on this before a number of years ago, and it's a really fun ride. It's got some tricks and secrets in there that I did not know were coming, and those are a lot of fun. And I don't think you get too wet either. So it's an acceptable amount of wetness, and yeah, that's pretty fun. Also, I love the kind of the theming with the towers, and then this very much reminiscent of like the Atlantis film that Disney made. Over by the shark encounter in Turtle Reef, you'll find this ride, Riptide Rescue. Really the main adult flat ride in the park, but it's still very, very gentle. I do like that they have a flat ride. That's not really a thing that most SeaWorld parks do have. And ours in Orlando, I don't think they really have any. I guess there's a couple in San Antonio. But yeah, I love how they're done up like little rescue airboats. It's just a cute theme, and it's kind of right near the bay. Unfortunately not open for my visit is the Sky Tower. Kind of shooting the sun here. 300 plus feet up in the air in that wonderful cabin. Unfortunately, I'm here on a Monday, and apparently it only operates on weekends right now, but there is scaffolding up, so they're clearly working on it. Which is a bummer, because these I love any sort of Sky Tower attraction. But if you come to the park, hopefully it's open for you. The main kids area in the park is Sesame Street Bay of Play, home to this Abby Cadabby spinner ride. I guess kind of like the teacups. I love that the starfish guys have eyes on them. You've also got Elmo's Flying Fish, and this is just an adorable ride. It's all different types of Elmos, and very much in a Dumbo pattern. I guess he's like a cowfish, a dogfish, a swordfish, and more. That's wonderful. You've also got Oscar's Rocking Eel, and then a large section of like climbing walls and spray areas and stuff like that. So cute little area. If I had to guess, this would be a meet and greet with the Count on occasion, and it's just a fantastic backdrop. The other main kids area in the park is Ocean Explorer. Now this one kind of just has a generic maritime theme. So you got the Tentacle Twirl swing ride, which that looks really, really fun, done up as jellyfish. The Ocean Explorer kids area also features some rides for the very little ones, which is always, you know, the parks need that. And they got the Explorers Cafe, which has me sold craft beer. All right, so let's check out that craft beer. And this was, we got Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, Omegang, California Honey Pizza Port Brewing Company. That's one I have not had before. Got a juicy hazy IPA from New Belgium. I love New Belgium. Oh, a grapefruit pale ale, red trolley ale from. Then they got a couple from Stone. That's a very solid beer selection. In this next section, I'm going to talk about the shows that are offered at SeaWorld San Diego, beginning with the most famous show, and that is Orca Encounter. Of course, this is the big Shamu show, the big killer whale show, and I thought it was done really, really well. First of all, the stage and the set for this is really cool. There's a gigantic jumbotron, and then there's rock work and waterfalls, and the presentation is very, very educational. It just goes through all different things. You learn all sorts of different things about the orcas and how they live, how they defend themselves, how they eat, how they travel, and it's really, really neat. It's really, really, really well done. I was pretty impressed with the show between the screen and the way it's done. You know, a lot of people have questions about the orcas in captivity or orca shows, and I really try not to take a stance one way or the other, but it's a very well done presentation. Up next is Dolphin Days, and this is a little bit more brighter, a little bit more fun than the Orca Encounter show, and it's pretty simple. It's just about 15-20 minutes of mostly Atlantic bottlenose dolphins doing tricks. Something I really liked about this show, they had a ton of dolphins. I think in the ending sequence, there were like 16 dolphins jumping around at the same time, and that was really cool. And the show is not only dolphins, there's also going to be a pilot whale on the show as well, which is a very big animal. Definitely doesn't do quite as much as the dolphins do, but it's neat to see. The last show that I got to see was Sea Lions Live, and this is going to be much more of a comedy show. It's sort of a parody of TV programs that were probably popular 5-10 years ago with Survivor and Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that. This one to me was just okay. You know, good things. There's an otter in the show, and I love otters. I think they're one of my favorite animals. But then there's other stuff like this is really, you don't learn much about the animals at all, and it's really the animals become clowns in a play, and you know, I'm like, I don't know, especially how they did the other shows so well with the educational vibe, and this one had sea lions being made to dance to Gangnam Style. Like, I don't know, this one was my least favorite out of the 3 shows. In the next section of the video, we're going to focus on what kind of animals you can see here at SeaWorld San Diego. Starting off with the best animal on the planet, the penguins. Now outside here, you're going to see Magellanic penguins. Look at that little guy. Now these are warm weather penguins native to South America, and I'm guessing he's building a nest. And I like how they sort of live in what look to be little teepees or longhouses. That's adorable. Now let's go inside and see more penguins. We are now inside the penguin encounter on a moving walkway, and I really like this exhibit. You know, it's a really nice, gigantic penguin exhibit. You got lots of different species of penguins, from the rock hoppers, which are the ones with the funny little hairs, to the Adelie penguins, to the king penguins. You can see them all wandering around, swimming on by. So fun. But penguins are my personal favorite animal, so I would be a little biased to this one. It looks like next to the penguins there used to be a puffin exhibit, but that is all walled off. And the penguin exhibit exits into a gift shop filled with lots and lots of wonderful penguin items for you to buy. The next exhibit we're going to go and check out is Wild Arctic, home to some of the Arctic animals. Now, there used to be a simulator-style ride attached to this exhibit. That is closed down, but you can still go see all the animals. Now, to get to the exhibit area, you actually walk through what was the old non-motion theater version of Wild Arctic. And right before you get to the animals, there's a pretty cool helicopter photo op. And the first enclosure, as you can see there, is home to the beluga whales. And pretty nice. I love the theming on this enclosure. And it's kind of neat to see beluga whales outside like this. I'm so used to SeaWorld Orlando back home where the belugas are inside Wild Arctic. In between enclosures, you do get some more wonderful theming. And even more wonderful theming. There's an indoor area here where you can get a different view of the belugas, as well as the next enclosure, which I believe is otters. Oh, look at that. I absolutely love otters. Oh, that is fun. There's a whole bunch of otters. Oh, man, this is one of the larger otter enclosures I've ever seen. I believe this probably was the old polar bear enclosure at a time when this exhibit featured polar bears. More wonderful theming, as well as a big old wall of ice. The next animal you get to is the walrus, and this one's right up against the window. The walruses also have a big underwater viewing area, as do the otters. Now these are northern sea otters. The belugas also have a big underwater viewing area. And there's harbor seals in here as well. Kind of cool effect with the light. And of course, Wild Arctic has to end in a big old gift shop. Also, be sure to take some of the off-beaten paths here at SeaWorld, as like right here in the back of where they have the dolphins and the pilot whales, there is, sleeping ever so peacefully, a little two-toed sloth. And right next to that is an enclosure for the Asian small-clawed otter. I can't see them, they're probably asleep, but the Asian small-clawed otter are my personal favorite species of otter. The next exhibit should be a good one, as it is the shark encounter. Something I absolutely love about the shark encounter here at SeaWorld San Diego is that when you come into the building, you get an above-water view of the sharks. And it's crystal clear water up, so you can see the people walking by in the tunnel. But this is a view of sharks that not a ton of aquariums tend to show you. And I also love how it's themed and painted in here. And you get to see just so many sharks. And they're in the bottom. And separated from the main shark area, you have another enclosure with some very big fish in it. And I've now reached the highlight of the shark encounter, which is the big glass tunnel where the sharks can surround you and swim on top of you. There's a couple different species of shark in here, which makes it very interesting, as well as, of course, other fish. That is going to be the largest species. The camera wants to focus on. That's going to be the tiger shark. I believe those are black-tipped reef sharks. It might be easier to see this tiger shark, yes. Good view of him there with the teeth. But these things are always really cool. You got the leopards, sharks over there. And it's a very, very nice shark exhibit. I love getting to see it from the different angles. Oh, everyone's swimming by now. Also, like right now I'm the only one in here, so it's kind of peaceful. Over by the back half of the Manta roller coaster, you'll find a flamboyance of Caribbean flamingos. Very loud flamingos. I think these are fighting with each other. And he got voted off the island. But there's tons and tons of flamingos over here. While the main turtle reef might be closed right now, if you go over towards Shipwreck Rapids and Tidal Twister, there is a large enclosure for sea turtles. And that's a really cool enclosure because it kind of shares a wall with the water ride. So you can see over there, that is the river rapids. And then this boat is gonna float right on past. And actually, if you get very, very lucky, you'll be able to see a sea turtle while on board Shipwreck Rapids because there is a glass window there. And I'm happy they had this because obviously with Turtle Reef being closed, but I still got to see sea turtles, and sea turtles are just an amazing creature.
For this disease.
Over by the rapids and Tidal Twister, you do have a tide pool, which is going to have sea stars and other animals in it.
It has moved up the coast.
And make sure you come over by the restaurant too, because there are sea turtles on both sides of that River Rapids ride. Now, if you don't want to go to the dolphin show, but you still want to see dolphins, Dolphin Point is an area of the park over by the orcas. And they got a couple different enclosures over here, as well as some underwater viewing. And you can hear the dolphins making noises like that. Now, if you don't want to go to the Orca Encounter Shamu show, there is a large underwater viewing area where you can come and just look at the animals. And it's shaded. You could just grab a beer, sit on a bench, and watch the whales do their thing if you want to. The entrance area here to SeaWorld San Diego is really neat. It's very, very well themed, and there's a whole bunch of different touch tanks and animals. So right here, I'm with the white spotted bamboo sharks, where you could come, and if you want to touch a shark, like this guy over here, you can do it. So this is something I've seen in cruise ports and stuff like that, but I've never actually done it. These guys are cleaner fish. So they come, and this is a very weird sensation. As they come by and they...
What they're doing is basically vibrating their lower jaw really fast, trying to get all of your dry skin off.
It's so weird. So weird.
So you're basically getting...
Also by the entrance, you got another bamboo shark tank, as well as one over here for horseshoe crabs. And I love like the entrance area here where it immerses you right in. It's well themed and some really cool animals. And here you can see some sea otters. Now there's a sea otter enclosure right next to where the dolphins are. Not the dolphin show, the dolphin enclosure. And it's a really nice one, and they do sea otter presentations a couple times a day, so definitely swing by here early and find out when one of those are. Maybe they're gonna eat some little clams or something. It'd be really adorable. Right by the Manta roller coaster, no surprise that you have a ray aquarium. And it's actually really cool because there's like 3 different levels. You can hang up here on the patio and look above. You go over there and touch the rays, and then down below is underwater viewing.
They're going to blend into the floor.
So I love how they have different viewing angles.
Now, if an animal looks at the...
While the Journey to Atlantis ride might be closed, the accompanying ray aquarium is open. And this is actually really nice because with the ride being closed, there is nobody in here. I'm the only person in here. And it is super duper peaceful, except for the pop music. But this is a very, very nice aquarium. Again, fits with the theme of the area. A great big giant window. In the Ocean Explorer Kids area, there's an aquarium for the moray eels. And they have a lot of them. I always find it neat when you can get completely out of the tubes like that. These are really fun animals. So unique. Inside the Ocean Explorer Kids area, there's an indoor aquarium home to a fascinating animal, the giant Japanese spider crab. Massive, massive animals. SeaWorld San Diego does have a big turtle enclosure known as Turtle Reef, but right now it is closed for some improvements. I always love a good arcade, and they got a pretty good size arcade here at SeaWorld San Diego. You and the Green Army Men from Toy Story, and lots of very modern games. A pretty good size arcade, and then redemption prize games as well. Also helps you get out of the heat for a little bit. Come in here, play some games. Connect 4. Ooh, they've got like some of my favorites over here. These are really fun games like Lane Master, Gold Fishing, Down the Clown. All right, so after another fun ride on Emperor, took a look at my watch and realized, look at that, about beer 30. Now, what I like about this is when SeaWorld opened the new ride, the new Emperor roller coaster, they also debuted a brand new beer. So they've got an Emperor Hazy IPA, my personal favorite type of IPA, built by Mike Kels, is the brewer, and it's very nice, very fruity. They've also got a cocktail, which you can get with little fruit penguins in it. Here's some of the merchandise available for the new Emperor roller coaster. There's a white t-shirt, a Emperor tumbler, that's really nice, I like that. Camping style mug, a ball cap, and then you've got a couple different types of pins and patches down here. Now, one thing I like SeaWorld San Diego is doing this, as are I think every park in the chain, a past member series of glasses. Now, the one here in San Diego, this is going to be all animal based. Some of the other ones have all rides on them, like in Tampa and Williamsburg, stuff like that. One thing I love that the SeaWorld parks have been doing recently is throwback merchandise to the old line of characters. You got everything from plushies to playing cards, dominoes, cups, and they're all really, really great. My personal favorite right here, Sir Winston Walrus. But yeah, I love when parks do throwback stuff. Somewhere I will not be eating here at SeaWorld San Diego is Big Bird's Bistro, but look at that! Funnel cakes and ice cream. One thing that's weird, I think Tidal Twister actually has better merchandise than the brand new roller coaster. The theming by the River Rapids is just fantastic. Like, the ride itself passes through a tunnel in there, and that's the entrance to a food location. But it's just like, what a wonderful, like, well-themed section of a theme park. I believe the newest bar here at SeaWorld San Diego is the Underwater Cantina. Looks like they probably have about 15 or 20 beer taps, but they're not running right now. But they do have frozen drinks and margaritas and TVs. Something you love to see when you go to theme parks is continual reinvestment. Like you can see over here, they're building this Hibisco modern Mexican restaurant out of an old like pizza pasta location. And then over here, they're doing a Manta pizza location. So just good to see, you know, more investment come to the parks. Also coming soon, right by the front of the park, you've got a brand new ice cream parlor or refurbished ice cream parlor. I really don't know. But oh my goodness, look at that mural of an octopus holding ice creams that's coming. Now I'm having a wonderful day here at SeaWorld San Diego, but one thing I've noticed walking around the park, there's a lot of just kind of closed stuff. I guess they're probably closed permanently, they just haven't done anything with it. Like I'm in front of the old Aquaria World of Fishes aquarium, and that's just been closed off. They just took the sign down and put that thing in front of the wall and just pretend like it's not there. I've seen this with a couple aquariums around the park, the puffin area as well, and then you have like 3 different theaters that are just not being used at all, along with some like merchandise and food locations. So that's kind of a bummer. And that'll do it for my day here at SeaWorld San Diego. Had a good day, you know, a great combination of lots of animals. They've added a lot more rides since the last time I've been here 6 or 7 years ago. And there's craft beer all over the park, and like good craft beer. So, you know, that for me makes for a very solid day, the combination of those 3. I would say Manta's still probably my favorite ride in this park, but I think Emperor is a great addition and was a better ride than I thought it would be. Plus, it's just fun coming to see the animals. And I love that Emperor got its own beer. All right, guys, if you have any questions about SeaWorld San Diego, let me know in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching this video. Now it's off to False Idol in San Diego, one of my favorite tiki bars in the country.